welcomes all. Thanks for stopping by, answering the call. Ups and downs are normal for some of us. Many days I beg to get off this life bus. Neon lights flicker, a shadow on the wall. Dreams on the ceiling, we run and then we fall. Sharing stories over paper cups. Wheels keep turning but never enough. Life's a ride on a rickety old track. Holding on tight, never looking back. In the rubber and motor room we confide. Laugh, cry, love, and this crazy ride. Dusty postcards from the edge of nowhere. Heartbeats echo in the electric air. We dance on tables without to wait. Cry in the rubber and motor room, we're all high.
Hi, welcome in. Welcome into the Rubber Ramada room. We're doing this Rubber Ramada style tonight. We are just leftover makeup from earlier today. We are as is, no warranty because we are over 50. Yeah, so I just have a couple of videos that I threw together that I picked out tonight. Hey, K Swan. Hey, Ms. Muffins. Okay, Ms. Muffins. Girl, quit changing your damn name. Hey, K Swan. I got my Cindy in the house. So tonight I just wanted to go over, I have one video that is 8 signs of that someone is battling mental health. And then I have another, you're locked in on days. 8 signs that someone's battling mental health. And then I have another one on borderline personality. Hey, Fanny Pack, how are you this evening, love? But we're going to start off with a funny. We're going to start off with comedy because we all need a little bit of comedy, I think. So, and this came from my resident court reporter, Miss Denise. So we can thank Denise for this one. Ready? Here we go. I can't adjust the sound, so I hope it's loud enough.
What the fuck is going on? What is up? What the fuck? Everything is so fucked up and I am not okay. There's no way that this is real. No, it's real. No, for real. No, this can't be real for real, cause that would be insane. I think I need to lay down, drug myself, and black out. Everything will turn around and I will be okay. It's okay, I'm feeling fine, I'm so fine. I'm not fine, I'm not fine. Let's hit rewind, go back to yesterday. Everything is going great, nothing's bad. It's so great, we should celebrate how fucking great everything is. Maybe I'll just scroll my phone, that sounds fine, nothing's wrong. Everyone is yelling, will you just leave me alone? What the fuck is going on? What is up? What the fuck? Everything is so fucked up and I am not okay. No, this can't be real for real, cause that would be insane. Fine, I'm fine. No, this can't be real for real, cause that would be insane.
So I had to share that. That was from Denise. And, you know, there are some days that I so feel that. I will say that I'm kind of having a hard time. Yesterday, my other half mentioned something to me, and I haven't figured out how to address it. My stepson, who is 24 and is autistic, he took him to the movies on Sunday, and that's kind of their thing, is they go see a movie together. And evidently he told his dad at the movies, he asked him, "Am I worthless?" So I'm trying to figure out how to talk to him about that. So if anybody has any suggestions, I'm not good with dealing with autism yet because I don't know a lot about it. I'm just learning my mental health and facing that, and that's only been the last 5 years. So I'm not sure what to do with him. I'm not sure how to sit down and talk to him and let him know that he's not worthless, that he has meaning. We all have meaning. So if anybody has any suggestions for that and knows anything about autism and trying to talk to the younger generation, you know, it would be appreciated. I don't know how to talk to him. I'm still trying to learn. So, anyways, if anybody knows, I just kind of want to put that out there that even me struggling with my mental health, I'm trying to figure out how to support others. Validation, validation. Hey, Dillhole, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. So, yeah, Denise, it's a lot. Denise, Cindy, it's a lot. Um, let you think on that one. Yeah, you can call me after stream and we'll talk. But anyway, so I want to go on with this one. This is 8 signs that someone's battling mental health problems. I didn't check the volume, so.
Hey, Psych2Goers. Have you noticed your friend or family member acting kind of strange lately? Perhaps
And we're going to pause and talk through this a little bit. It's not that long. I think this one's only like 5 minutes.
they've avoided your calls and messages or have been lashing out at others for no apparent reason. These sudden changes in behavior might be because they're struggling with a mental health problem. The stigma around mental health can sometimes make people afraid to reach out for help or support. They may be struggling to cope with daily life and have no way to voice how they feel. So, to help you look out for some of the signs that someone may be struggling, here are 8 signs someone is battling mental health problems. Before we begin, we'd like to mention that this video is created for educational purposes only.
Absolutely. And this is just for a discussion, for us to talk about it, have a safe space to talk about anything mental health.
Do not use information in this or any other video to self-diagnose or diagnose other people. If you feel that you or someone close to you may possess some of the characteristics mentioned in this and need help, then please consult a licensed mental health professional. This video is not a substitute for professional advice, but for general guidance. Number 1, fatigue or a loss of energy. Do you always feel tired? Depression and chronic fatigue syndrome are 2 illnesses that can leave you feeling drained and exhausted, even after a full night's rest. It's easy to confuse exhaustion with depression, and vice versa, and also quite possible to experience both conditions at the same time. While it's common to feel tired after doing an activity, it may become a cause for concern if you notice yourself constantly experiencing a loss of energy. Number 2, feeling detached. Have you been feeling disconnected from yourself and your environment? Some mental illnesses are characterized by extreme isolation, abandonment of friends and social networks, and emotional detachment. For some people, being emotionally detached helps protect them from unwanted drama, anxiety, or stress.
I wanted to comment on that one right there. Being detached keeps you from dealing with it. I don't have to deal with it. If I totally detach and I totally just wipe it away. And I think that this may have something to do also with my memory loss from childhood that I'm having. And I'm thinking that detachment that I had, because when things got into a situation, the easiest way was for me to detach and black everything, blank it all out. And that's what I'm thinking. It's under the autism spectrum. He's not good socially. And see, case one, I'm going to email you later.
For others,
Avoidance.
detachment may not be voluntary. Instead, it may be the product of events that prevent them from being open and truthful about their feelings. Number 3, markedly diminished interest of pleasure in almost all activities.
In other words, meaning I have to get my ass out of bed. Excuse me. I can't just lay in bed and do nothing all day. So even though y'all see me, I get online, I do my trial streams and stuff, that's my time. That is me making myself get out of my bed, do something that's worthwhile. And let me tell you, ever since I left my life 5 years ago and started over, that has been the best thing for me. I didn't realize how much I was held down myself by just staying in bed, stop doing everything. And that was actually harming me more than anything. And I didn't realize it back then. I can see it now.
Are you bored or uninterested in things you used to really enjoy? People who experience anhedonia, which is the inability to feel pleasure in normally pleasurable activities, may lose interest in the activities that they used to like doing and have a decreased ability to feel pleasure. It's a core symptom of major depressive disorder, but it can also be a symptom of other mental health disorders. Number 4, insomnia or hypersomnia, excessive sleeping. How much sleep do you usually get?
And this goes hand in hand with the one I just said. So
Sleep and mental health are closely related, such that sleep deficiency can end up harming your mental and emotional well-being. People with mental health problems are more likely to have insomnia or other sleep disorders. Excessive sleeping, sleeping too little, beyond you.
hey, Muffins. Muffins? Daughter, you still in here? I'm looking at you. You want to see me full screen? I'm looking at you. You see me? I love you.
Visual fatigue could be some signs that indicate mental health illnesses. Number 5, sudden changes in mood from being joyful to being irritable, angry, and hostile. Does your mood change a lot? Is it easy for you to get frustrated and upset? Extreme mood swings, such as uncontrollable highs or feelings of euphoria, as well as irritability, can be indicators of mental illness. You may want to notify a medical professional or seek help if you or someone you know are experiencing these severe and regular mood swings. Number 6,
Hey, Ava. Glad you made it, love. Yeah, and the mood swings, 0 to 60 in 0.02 seconds. I mean, it catches me the wrong way. You can look at me the wrong way, and bam, like that, mood shift. It just happens. He's telling Muffins, oldness happens quicker than you expect. Yes, consider that I called her a couple weeks ago in a complete panic and had to share with her how old I thought she was, but I was actually quite a few years ahead of her and she wasn't that old. And then I felt stupid because I was having a major brain malfunction and couldn't remember how old my child was. So, and she was mad at me, and I could tell she was mad at me by the way she spoke. But I was like, no, I need you to understand this trauma with me. I need you to deal with it with me because I was not okay. And then when she told me, I was like,
repeated actions or checking things many times. Is there a routine you have to complete before leaving the house?
y'all know my routine. Y'all know when I cook the bacon every day. Y'all know when I go online every day. I have to have a routine. And I never realized how much a routine would mean. Yes, 40 to 60 goes by in a blink of an eye. I haven't hit 60 yet. But let me tell you, after I hit 40, it started flying.
Do you experience urges that you have to fulfill? Whether it's repeatedly checking whether the gas stove is off, constantly hand washing, or to check if the doors are locked. These obsessive thoughts can sometimes be unwanted and done out of fear that something bad will happen if you don't complete the routine. These compulsive rituals may be a way for you to cope with the anxiety or
And this is just a thought that this is me just talking, us just having conversation. I like my routine. And then the mental health part of me, this is me speaking freely, is if I don't make that routine, I'm worried somebody's going to get upset at me, that I'm not going to be able to please that person, those people, whatever that my routine is set for.
fears you may be feeling. Number 7, significant changes in appetite. Has there been a large change in your eating habit? Whether it's having a sudden lack of appetite or the tendency to overeat, where the need to eat is unrelated to physical hunger. These changes in appetite may be an indicator that you're struggling to cope with some anxiety or inner turmoil that you're experiencing. Those who purposefully reduce the amount of food they eat or overwork their bodies because of a deep fear of gaining weight may also suffer from mental health issues. And number 8.
And I can tell you as a child, my mom was overweight too. So we always dealt with our emotions in food, never thought anything of it. It took me until I was 5 years ago to realize that food wasn't a feeling. And especially now with my weight loss journey that I'm on and everything, food is a necessity, and only when I need it. It's not, I've learned not to use it as a crutch.
Recurring thoughts of death or suicide. Having suicidal thoughts is a hallmark symptom of major depression and depressive episodes in bipolar disorder and several other mental health disorders. Suicidal ideation may be passive, where you're frequently thinking about death but not acting on these thoughts, or aggressive, where you're acting on these thoughts or making plans to act on your suicidal thoughts. If you're experiencing recurring thoughts of death or suicide, know that you're not alone. It's important to seek immediate help and professional guidance and support. We've added a list of hotlines in the description below. Did you find this video helpful? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with those who might benefit from it. And don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to get notified whenever Psych2Go posts a new video. The references and studies used in this video are added in the description below.
Okay, I'm going to drop 2 links. One of them, this is the 988 Lifeline. Okay, and then I will drop the link to this video because I always try to drop the links to the videos I use. So we do have those 2. I have one other one that goes over borderline personality disorder. Now, I was 42, I think, when I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. When I was young, was told that I was a hormonal teenager. There was nothing wrong with me. So my parents left it alone. And then when I was, I don't know how old I was. It was 2001. Muffins was almost 10. I stayed in the hospital for a few months and learned that I had bipolar disorder. And that's what they told me back then. Since then, like I said, that was a long time ago. And when I was 42, which was about 11 years ago, they changed it bipolar with borderline. So
A personality is what makes us unique. It's how we think.
and I'm going to tell y'all something else too. Well, you have a great night, Dillhole. I am so glad you at least stopped in and said hi. You're going to have a big day ahead. All right, you go. Miss Muffin said good night. Okay, so this is the video to this. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, as stupid and silly as this sounds, this man's voice bothers me. It's there. I don't know. Okay, I'll pull it up on the backside and do that in a minute. The voice, I'm not sure why, but the voice it's irritating to me. The tone, I can't explain that. I can't explain it, but it's something that causes like the jumpiness in my chest, the tightness, the can you shut him up because I don't want to hear his voice? And it's not what he's saying. It's just his tone of his voice. So it's really kind of strange. I just wanted to say that.
Feel and behave. A personality disorder is when this deviates strongly from societal expectations and can cause trouble in functioning normally. Borderline personality disorder is a cluster B disorder in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual 5th edition. It is also known as emotionally unstable personality disorder in the ICD classification. It is characterized by strong emotional responses, unstable interpersonal relationships, and a distorted sense of self. There are no—
And I'm gonna pause there. It's really funny because, you make friends with people and stuff, and I've actually been talking more about my distorted sense of self. Always growing up, I was an ugly redhead. I was stupid. I all these horrible things that, that my dad said. And my mom was never like that. It was my dad. And so I have these things in my head and I have to get over it, that I'm not that fat, ugly redhead. And I'm not that person. I need to get it out of my head. So I have been learning recently to accept compliments, to accept friends, that I can be me. I can have red hair and it's okay. You know, as stupid as that sounds, it just sounds stupid even saying it out loud.
9 core signs and symptoms, which are a fear of abandonment, which can be real or perceived abandonment, and people with this disorder will make frantic efforts to avoid abandonment. Unstable relationships with other people. Part of this is because their feelings towards others can change from being close to extreme dislike very quickly. This is
where I was talking about as a child, a fear of abandonment. I didn't realize how much that would affect my future. I can look now and see that I was so scared of everything and afraid of being left. You know what? Another trigger memory. Oh, I just wrote on my face. Another trigger memory. Oh my gosh. I was in 2nd grade. I had to go to a daycare center. Do y'all know they put me on the wrong bus and took me to the wrong daycare center, dropped me off, and nobody knew that I wasn't even supposed to be there? This was in the 70s. Nobody even knew. They didn't know what to do with me. They didn't know that I wasn't supposed to be there. Then my mom and dad, police come looking for me and everything because I wasn't at the daycare I was supposed to be. They put me on the wrong bus. So again, abandonment. And I didn't even think of it as that, but that put a fear in me. That actually put a fear in me.
linked to splitting, which is a defense mechanism in which people are seen as either entirely good or entirely bad. Next, there is a disturbed sense of identity or feeling uncertain about themselves, impulsivity or reckless behavior like unsafe sex or substance abuse.
Yeah, but the thing with that, Cindy, was I had to break that cycle with muffins. I never called her outsider. Well, I take that back. I probably called her a fucking bitch a few times in her teenage years when she was acting stupid. But she was already a teenager. She was my prized possession when she was a baby, when she was a toddler, when she was a child. Now, when she turned into a teenager, I beg to differ because she was a real pain in the ass. Because she had her, I'll say it, you can LOL all you want. She had her own mental disorders that we weren't dealing with, and I was not okay and stable with mine. So me not being stable with mine sure wasn't going to help her with hers.
Recurrent suicidal ideation or self-harm, emotional dysregulation and mood reactivity, which can last from hours to days. Then there are feelings of emptiness, uncontrollable anger, and severe dissociation or stress-related paranoia.
Now he's fixing to tell us you only have to have 5 out of these 9 to be considered a borderline personality disorder diagnosis. And I can tell you 8 of them, I'm knocking. Hello.
To meet the DSM-5 criteria, 5 of these 9 features need to be present across a variety of contexts. It is usually diagnosed in early adulthood, but can be diagnosed in under 18s. It is thought that a combination of genetic, environmental, and social factors result in borderline personality disorder. It's estimated that 1 to 2% of the general population and 20% of the inpatient psychiatry population are affected. Studies have previously noted a higher female to male ratio in clinical settings. However, when applied to the general population, it seems roughly equal. There is up to a 69% heritability, which is the extent to
Muffins, I'm sorry. Okay? Know that. I love you, and I'm sorry.
which genes make up a trait, and a correlation in twin studies. But it may be that these results are skewed because twins tend to have similar environments. There is a strong correlation between child abuse, including emotional, physical, and sexual abuse, an unstable family environment, and the development of borderline personality disorder. 70% of patients are thought to have experienced abuse or neglect in their past. Having borderline personality disorder can make completing school and keeping a job difficult. There's also the part
I was told that I wasn't going to complete high school. They told me, my parents, both of them told me. My mom even told me, you know what, now that I even think about it, mom and dad both, you won't finish, you'll drop out. I got married when I was a senior in high school, and I finished school just to prove them all wrong. I got my high school diploma. Unlike my mother, unlike my father, I got my diploma. I went to college. I did not finish because I couldn't. Mentally, I couldn't. That's when I started realizing I was having so many problems. And I also had children at home. I did do a couple of night classes when the kids were little, when Muffins was little, and she had a stepbrother. I did do some college classes at night, but they never amounted to anything. It just never amounted to anything. As far as keeping his job, I've never kept a job in my life worth shit. I'm not going to lie. I've had some great jobs. But keeping them, nah, nothing over a couple years.
Taking in risky behaviors like unsafe sex and reckless driving, which can predispose to harm. Overall,
and I'll tell you another little funny story. Here, this is making memories happen. He said reckless driving. When I had my nervous breakdown in 2001, Muffins was 10 years old, and I had she helped me. She got over from the passenger seat to the driver's seat because I was driving so bad and I was so messed up. She pulled us over to a gas station, got out, and called her aunt on a payphone because she knew I wasn't right.
10% of patients will die from suicide. Patients are also likely to have another disorder, such as mood disorders, seen in 80 to 96% of cases, anxiety disorders in 88%, substance abuse in 64%, eating disorders in 53%, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder between 10 and 30%, and bipolar disorder in 15%. No medication is currently approved specifically for borderline personality disorder, although some classes like anticonvulsants, antidepressants, anxiolytics, or antipsychotics are prescribed sometimes. Psychotherapy or talking therapy is the mainstay, and 3 main therapies have been identified in particular. Mentalizing-based therapy is used to help manage the emotional dysregulation and help in feeling understood. Ultimately, this allows patients to make fewer assumptions about the intentions of surrounding people. It is sometimes referred to as thinking about thinking. Dialectical behavior therapy involves using interpersonal skills and mindfulness to achieve emotional regulation and help to reduce conflict in relationships. Transference-focused psychotherapy helps raise the patient's awareness to the interpersonal issues and self-destructive behaviors.
Whew. So, I have used the DBT therapy, the dialectic behavior therapy, and the transference-focused psychotherapy. I have recently got when I spoke with my doctor yesterday, I also got an invitation to join a national OCD program. So I'm going to be looking into that because my doctor has thought maybe everything is manifest with my OCD maybe if we can help get that under control, then it might help some of this other stuff. So it is a daily process. And it is okay to not be okay. And I have a pimple on my nose. My father told me when I started high school, he wouldn't pay for me to go to college because I would just get married and have kids. Pay for my tool. Okay. And ditto, my younger sister, she's 4 years younger than me. They paid for her college. They paid for her extra schooling to get out and graduate early. My sister was in all the agriculture classes and stuff that I was told we were too poor for me to be involved in. I couldn't play sports because they didn't have time to deal with it after school, but yet my sister did. Yeah, my sister got a silver spoon. She did. You're right, Muffins. They have no clue the person that my true sister is. It is what it is, and I'm learning from it, and I'm getting better every day. So I'm enjoying these Wednesday nights. I wanted to keep them short, under 30 minutes, so they'd be more apt for other people to see any of that. You proved them wrong. You graduated high school a year early, left home at 17, graduated college 20 with my first. See, Cindy? Ava, I wish my sister could hear this. She attempted suicide recently and almost succeeded. Found out wasn't her first rodeo. My brother succeeded. I'm so sorry to hear that, Ava. I'm so sorry. I never had the guts to do it. I used to cut, and it was a bad thing. It was a bad thing. But I've never attempted. I have thought about it. I have discussed it. It's crossed my mind hundreds of times, but never. Married and 2 kids to boot. That's right, Cindy. You attempted and failed. Never tried again. You also jumped out of a running damn car going 35, 40 miles down a back road. Ding dong. This child. Anyways, so I didn't want to trigger anybody tonight. There was a different stories. You was a cutter too, Case One? I did. I used to cut on my legs. And it'd be under my shorts. And one day I went to the doctor, my psych. And when I was there, my shorts kind of came up and he saw that on my legs. And he told me, he says, if you ever cut again, I won't see you as a doctor. And I really liked this doctor. So I stopped because I wanted my help and I liked that doctor. So, I guess there's little ways of us changing our ways, a little at a time. So here I am all these years later. Like I said, I'm 53 now and I've been 5 years. 5 years. I'm living my best life. And I'm enjoying every minute of it. And I enjoy sharing it with y'all. So with that, I'm going to go. I just want to tell everybody that it's okay to not be okay. You are loved. You are special. And it'll all be okay. It's okay. And I'll be okay. So thank you all for spending time with me tonight. I'm going to go and play with the dogs, Play with the dogs. My babies, they miss me. All right. Love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night.
Life's a ride on